What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Champions of the Continent video, and happy launch day. Today is so exciting, but before I can cover anything, Global surprised us and we have an early TRESSA release. This is super exciting because she was not released for a few months until after JP launched, so the fact that we have her early is really awesome because she's a great character. As you can see, I didn't get completely lucky and I did pull her as a 4.5 out of 5, so not the best situation, but ultimately just really glad that I pulled her. So in this video, I wanted to cover TRESSA's skills, TRESSA's passives, and what makes her a good character and what makes her different compared to Gilderoy, the other merchant that is a 5-star that you can start off with. So let's jump right into TRESSA's stats. So she has good stats all around. She's up there with a lot of the other characters. She has good SP, she has a high attack, great defense, great magic, and that's really comes into play because she has really good wind spells. She does suffer a little bit on the magic defense side, but her crit is good and her speed is really great as well. So overall, solid stats. If you pull her, definitely invest the time in building her. So let's go over TRESSA's skills and passives. So as you can see on this list with her default 2-star and 5-star, she has a lot of wind attacks and they're AoE, and that's really great if you're facing multiple enemies who have that wind weakness, especially in boss fights. And you can also see with her 1-star, she can self-heal and restore HP and remove certain ailments, so she's really good for herself. And what really makes TRESSA stand out compared to other characters is she has an AoE taunt, and not only is she able to taunt, but that same spell gives her a full front row 15% attack up for the 2 to 5 turns based on boost level. So that's great. She can AoE taunt, protect everybody, and increase their attack. But her 3-star passive is where it goes hand in hand with that taunt. She grants herself self-dodge physical attacks buff for 1 to 4 attacks based on her boost level. So she's going to be taunting enemies, and then she can put the ability on herself to dodge all the attacks that come in. As long as they're not AoE, then she's going to be dodging them. No one's going to be taking damage for that turn, the second turn. So I'm sure, as you can see from this is why TRESSA has all the hype that she does. And then her 5-star priority is the 3 spear single target attack. So she's going to be breaking down enemy shield points who are weak to spears too. So her 1-star passive is once per battle, she'll survive lethal damage with 1 HP. And this comes really important with that AoE taunt, because sometimes, that taunt will, or that dodge will wear off and she's still taunted. And so enemies are still going to go for her. And once per battle, she's going to be able to survive that with 1 HP. And then her 3-star passive, this is a passive that is good for any character. While at full HP, self 50% reduced SP cost. You see her always last. The grant 1 to 4 BP to another ally is 60 SP. That dodge physical attack is 50 SP. All that adds up and racks up. So when she's at full health, those will be half. So definitely want to keep her at that half SP cost. And her special, we don't have specials right now in the game, so I won't cover this too much. Just go ahead and read that and you'll get an idea of where that's coming into play in the future. But ultimately, you have a dodge tank, an evade tank. You have wind AoE that's going to just knock enemies out. She can self-sustain with heal HP, restore HP, and then remove certain status ailments. And then she can also grant her party members BP. So if she's not really doing much, if the boss isn't weak to wind or spear, but you brought her for that AoE taunt, you can start spamming BP on your allies. So how does TRESSA compare to Gilderoy, who is the other 5-star merchant that we have in the game right now? So as I'm sure you can see, Gilderoy does have more HP, he has more defense and magic defense, more crit, but he is slower. And it's good that he has that higher defense and magic defense because Gilderoy is a physical tank, whereas TRESSA is that evade tank. But as you can see, TRESSA does have that higher attack stat and much higher magic stat. So while she does trade off a little bit more on the defensive, she brings it all back with her offensive. And then her utility that she provides, with that dodging physical attacks and then granting her allies BP. So as you can see, having TRESSA early is super awesome. It's really going to help a lot of people out who managed to pull her. Like I said, she wasn't supposed to come out for months according to the JP timeline. So this is kind of like that first global game changer, where they shake things up a little bit and it's not, going to plan how we thought it would. So Tressa, would I recommend pulling for her? 100%. Her banner doesn't end until August 15th or August 10th, one of the two. So you have plenty of time to get her. And if you're saving your resources and using them wisely, I would imagine everybody has a really good chance of pulling her by the end of that period. So again, her skills and passives are awesome. She is an evade tank, and she has wind AoE, and she's got she can chip away at enemy shield points for spear. And honestly, 10 out of 10 I'd recommend. I still see her being used, not so much almost 2 years into it, but leading up to maybe a few months ago, she's been used a lot. She's got utility that will come in handy, so definitely recommend pulling. So let me know in the comments down below, do you guys plan on pulling for her? Are you going to stick with Gilderoy, who's that physical tank, or do you kind of want that evade tank on your party? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for checking this video out. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it with all your friends who are playing the game as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.